Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. It's another film review. This one is The Bat, B-A-T. It's a horror film. Came out in 1959. It's rated 13 plus. An hour and 19 minutes. Amazon is a 4.5 out of 5. IMDb is a 6.0 out of 10. The Amazon synopsis is: novelist Cornelia Van Gorder has rented a country house which not long ago had been the scene of murders committed by a criminal known as the Bat. She seeks Dr. Malcolm Wells' help to unravel the mystery. Kind of. So the director is Crane Wilbur, C-R-A-N-E, Wilbur. And he directed Outside the Wall. The producer was C.J. Tevlin, T-E-V-L-I-N, and didn't produce anything else at all. Music was Louis Forbes, L-O-I-S, Forbes, who did the music for Gone with the Wind. Now the cast, we have Vincent Price, Dr. Malcolm Wells, and he was in House on Haunted Hill. Awesome film, by the way, the first one. Agnes Moorehead was Cornelia Van Gorder, and she was in Bewitched. John Sutton was Warner, and he was in The Three Musketeers. And Gavin Gordon, who was I forgot what his name was. He was Lieutenant Andy Anderson, and he was in Bride of Frankenstein. Now, I love Vincent Price. He's one of my favourite actors. You know, you always have one actor that you really like, and he's just one. So as soon as I saw this, I thought I'm gonna have to review it. I don't care, because I just like most of his stuff. I've seen all the you know, the Pit and the Pendulum and Mask of the Red Death and stuff like that. So you know, this is kind of the out there ones. Just so you know, the trailer, when you see it, at the beginning it shows you Vincent sort of sitting in a chair and he's actually saying come closer, and all this business. That's not in the film. That's just, I think, the prelude to the film, kind of like, oh, here's a film for you. So the trailer that I've got is black and white, but when you actually watch it on Amazon Prime, it's in colour. But there you go. Music is kind of orchestral, upbeat, trumpets, you know, that sort of thing, starting off in the music. So it's restored. So it originally was black and white. You can tell it's restored because you can see it's all in colour, but it's not really like bright colour. It all just seems to be the same sort of colour. And then if they move to the side, you'll see a bit of black and white just sneak in, and then it goes back colour again. So it is, but I prefer it in black and white for myself, but that's just me. So like I say, the two women rented this house, who was Cornelia Van Gorder, who was Agnes Moorehead, and also I can't remember who the other one was. Oh, Lenita Lane, who played Lizzie Allen. She was the other woman that rented it with her. Apparently she was a maid. I thought they were best friends, but that's beside the point. Vincent's the doctor. And he just heard from his friend out in the woods something that's a big crime, and now they're discussing how to fake a death. It's quite enjoyable actually listening to that. It's just like you do when you're out there and go, oh, by the way, have you heard this? And think, oh, okay. So it's good acting. The two women are chatting whilst it's windy. One of them says, which I think is Lynetta Lane, who's Lizzie, says, oh, because she's reading the paper. Says, oh, the bat has no face. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And then she says, oh, and apparently it leaves no fingerprints. So Cornelia, who's Agnes Moorehead, says, well, that's understandable. Having no face, he probably hasn't got any fingers. I thought that was quite funny. And then the noise as armour falls. And she says, and I suppose is the cat dropping its dentures. It's just like, okay, just one-liners. But they weren't like all comedy one-liners. It was quite enjoyable one-liners. So you'll see this on the trailer. The bat is a guy dressed in black, right? That's what he is. And he's at this point he's looking through a window, and he just lobbed this bat into the bedroom. Right, it's flying around. It's on a zip wire on a wire. You can tell. Just lands on her arm. It's like, ah. And then of course our good doctor's doing experiments with bats, something like that. So there you go. It is weird with the colour thing, because at one point there's 3 women there and they all have the same colour clothes, and the walls are the same colour. There's no green. It's like this drab brown. Now maybe they all wore drab brown in those days, but it seems everybody, all the women, all had the same exact colour. It's like, good God, could you at least put something in there? Maybe a bit of green, bit of red, something. So it's a good film. I was about half an hour into it, or 40 odd minutes into it. I think I'm trying to look. Yeah, about an hour into it, and I couldn't figure out who it was. I was like, oh, I think it's this person. I think, oh no, maybe it's this person. So yeah, it was good. It was good the way it's done. Music's perfect. It's not overpowering. It's constantly on. Like some films I've reviewed where the music is just in the background. You're like, will you turn that off? And they're just standing there. It's like, shut up. Whereas this, it's not. There's points where they're talking, and there's no music. It's like, oh, so nice. I love fight scenes in these old films. So what they do is they have to always obviously destroy the light, get rid of the light bulb, or make sure it's in the dark, right? They have to fight and stick shadows over the faces, because you know it's not the real actors. And they're flying all over the place, hair is all over the place, they're fighting, they're a bit speeded up, and then we focus on the actors and the hair is perfect. It's just like, okay. As I say, I love the film. I do review films that are quite corny or miserable. Some films that are kind of, what the hell have I just watched? Some films that are like, oh, well, this is awesome. Now, sometimes I knew I was going to give it a decent rating. So I thought it was going to be a bit corny, but it wasn't. It was a good film, a really, really good film. Like I said, I preferred it being black and white. Music was good, the plot was good, the acting was good. There was no screaming that pierced your eardrums. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I think if you want to watch a kind of, you know, site, what Amazon's put it down as. Oh, they're put it down as a horror thing or something else. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm actually going to give it an 8, which is weird for me, but Vincent's good in this, and yeah, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, very good film, very good. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this review of The Bat. Please subscribe to my channel. I do have other other film reviews. I mainly do games, but I have kind of branched out a little bit into films. It's not my main area, but I like watching these films. So you know, I mean, you might find some films that you've never even heard of and think, oh, I've never heard of that before. I'll go and watch that now. Or I have heard of that. Now I've heard the review. I'm not going to watch it. As happened before, believe me. Give me your thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Have you seen The Bat? Did you enjoy it? Did you see the black and white version or the colour version? I'm very curious on that one. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.